This is the homework video for Tuesday, 2/21/17. Please use clean paper and show all your work. And remember that you're going to have a take-home test on Thursday, so it's really important that you understand how to do these problems. On this first problem, my first step is that I have to distribute, and I'm distributing to try and get rid of the parentheses. It's part of simplifying this expression. Distribute just means to multiply this number times the 5x and times the negative 4. So a half of 5x is 2.5x, and a half of negative 4 is negative 2. Now I just rewrote the expression, and my next step is I have to get x on one side. I chose to get rid of the smaller x, which is on the left side, but you could have also subtracted 8x over here, and you'll still get the same final answer that I do. So don't change it if you got rid of 8x instead of 2.5. The opposite of a positive 2.5x is negative 2.5x, so I'm subtracting 2.5x on the left side, and I have to subtract that amount on the right side of the equal sign. 2.5x minus 2.5x is 0, so nothing comes down, and I drop my negative 2. 8.5x minus 2.5x is 5.5x, and I drop my negative 4. Now I have the equation negative 2 equals 5.5x minus 4, and I need to solve for x. Solving for x means that you need to get rid of what's with x. This being multiplied by 5.5, and this having 4 subtracted from it. Always get rid of addition and subtraction first, therefore I'm going to get rid of this first. The opposite of subtracting 4 is to add 4, so I'm adding 4 here, and I'm adding 4 here. This is 0, so that all that I have left on the right hand side is 5.5x. And negative 2, remember I'm adding 4, negative 2 plus 4 is 2. Now I have the equation 2 equals 5.5x. I still don't have the x by itself because now it's being multiplied by 5.5. The opposite of multiplying by 5.5 is to divide by 5.5. So I'm going to divide on both sides by 5.5 so that I can get the x by itself. 5.5 divided by 5.5 is 1, and 1 times x is x. Over here, 2 divided by 5.5 comes out to be 0.36 repeating, and therefore that's my answer, 0.36 repeating. It's 36, 36, 36, 36, and so on. Number 2. This one doesn't have any parentheses, and it also doesn't have any like terms. So my first step is get x on just one side. It doesn't matter which side you get rid of. I like to get rid of the smaller x. 1/2 x is smaller than 1x, so I'm getting rid of this first. The opposite of 1/2 x is negative 1/2 x, so I'm subtracting 1/2 x here, and then there won't be any x on this side, on the left side, and of course I have to do the same thing over here, subtract 1/2 x. Over here all I have left is 3. Over here 1x, take away 1/2 x is 1/2 x, and I drop my 6. Now I have to solve this equation, 3 equals 1/2 x, for x. X has two things. It's being multiplied by 1/2, and it's having 6 added to it. Always get rid of the addition and subtraction first. So I'm going to do the opposite of adding 6, which is to subtract 6. 6 take away 6 is nothing, so all that's left on this side is 1/2 x. And over here, 3 take away 6 is negative 3. Now I have the equation negative 3 equals 1/2 x. I could go two ways here, but I just wanted to show you this because in higher math, instead of dividing by fractions, we usually multiply by that fraction's reciprocal. The reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. 2 over 1. And so to make this 1, instead of dividing by a half on both sides, which would work and give you the same answer, I am multiplying by 2 here and multiplying by 2 here. And when I do that, 1/2 times 2 is 1, and 1 times x is x. And over here, -3 times 2 is -6. The secret message for tonight is that multiplying fractions by their reciprocals causes them to be 1. I'm going to say that again. Multiplying fractions by their reciprocals causes them to be 1. The reciprocal of 1/3 is 3, and 1/3 times 3 equals 1. The reciprocal of 1/5 is 5, and 1/5 times 5 equals 1. That's it for homework tonight, and I will see you tomorrow.